What up, y'all? I just got bored, so I just said fuck it and just started doing vids for y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. This is the Q&A episode for more music questions. So let's get into it. First question come from 2011 Super. Favorite Ghostface album? Now I can't sit here in front like I'm a big Wu-Tang fan. I think y'all know I'm not. But I do respect certain artists from Wu-Tang. Ghostface is one of them. To say what album I like, I never really honestly heard, a full length project from him. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, I mean, he had videos and shit out that I was like fucking with, like far as the singles and shit. But to say favorite Ghostface album, I can't say that. I would be lying if I named the album and I just can't do that. I'm not gonna sit here in front. But I will say this: the song I did fuck with back in the day, that track "Run," whatever album that's on, I will want to check that out. So if you, well, I don't need your help, but I'll definitely check into that album. But if you have any recommendations for a Ghostface album that's pretty dope, yeah, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. But shout out to you, bro. Like that's an interesting question. Next question comes from James Brock. What's your top Wale songs? Now the way that I got into Wale music was just searching on the internet, and it was a song he did called Nike Boots, and Lil Wayne was on it. So ever since then, I was intrigued by his lyrical ability, and then once he got signed and everything like that, he did the song with Lady Gaga. See, it's a long description because I know you're like, well, damn, he put out a lot of mixtapes, his debut mixtape. Yeah, but back then, like the internet and downloading music, I wasn't heavy on it like that. So I can do a video about that later on. But the first song that I really got into was Wale was Nike Boots remix, and then I started getting into certain singles and things of that nature off his mixtape. Back to the Feature is definitely one of my favorite Wale mixtapes. Next to Forlorn and More About Nothing, couple, projects that I near and dear to me because of the content. But yeah, but some of the top songs I like will be Beautiful Bliss, Nike Boots, of course, Best Night Ever, Blessings, Love Hate, Miami Nights, Girls on Drugs, and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? But definitely great question. I will go back to that and probably do a top 10 Wale songs. Next question comes from Ryan Nunley. He asked me this on Twitter, but I'm gonna go ahead since it's a Q&A and just answer. He asked me, what is your favorite Jay-Z album? Now Jay-Z have a lot of albums that, in my top 5 of all-time Jay-Z albums that I do like, but my favorite has to be The Blueprint. I was in high school and that was out, and it's kind of funny because back at that time I was a Nas fan, like heavy. I'm still a Nas fan, and my little nigga Tank, he had the Blueprint album. We went to his house and I checked it out, looked through the album cover and shit like that. But it wasn't until I heard Takeover that I really like dived into his music. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I wasn't a Jay-Z fan like that, but I just think the Blueprint, when he premiered the Izzo track at the BT Awards, I was more intrigued to, hear him. And then when he dissed Nas, because like I said, I was a heavy Nas fan. I had It Was Written, Stillmatic, so forth and so on. So when he dissed him, I just went and listened to the album, and that's what made me become a fan. So I think that if he never would have dissed Nas and Mobb Deep and them, I probably would never listen to a Jay-Z project. Go figure. But yeah, I would say the Blueprint. It just, the music, the instrumentation, the production, the lyrics, the concepts, it was just phenomenal. That's what got me more into East Coast music. And my niggas used to like make fun of me because like, you from the West Coast, but you seem so like you from New York. Like you love their music, and you know what I mean? I support West Coast music, don't get it fucked up like back then, but at the same time, it's just I like music that expands my mind. So I would definitely have to say the Blueprint. Just the production alone was just a masterpiece. Next question comes from Mike Adder, or Ander, my bad. Do you fuck with Party Next Door and The Weeknd? The Weeknd, yeah. It was a song that he had with Drake back in the day. A couple years ago. I can't think of the song, but I definitely love that song. And I listened to all his mixtapes that was coming out, and then they re-released them in stores. You know, he hasn't really dropped anything recently, but you know, The Weeknd definitely, you know, has a great body of work, and he's a great artist in my personal opinion. And I think he'll do good in hip hop. As far as Party Next Door, he kind of seemed like a knockoff of The Weeknd, in my personal opinion. But he's cool. I reviewed his projects and everything like that. Um, I think Party Next Door signed to Drake, and I thought The Weeknd was too. But definitely, man, they both dope. You know, great questions. You know, and like I say, if you got questions, just leave them in the comments on these videos and shit. And you can ask more questions than just music, you know, and sneakers and shit like that. You know, keep it light on the personal shit, but you know, you can ask different questions. You know, but these questions are dope. Hopefully, y'all enjoy these segments, and I'll keep them coming. Other than that, I'm out. One.